Anyway, sorry. Hey there, YouTube. Um, Today is Monday, October, what? 21st, I guess. Yeah, October 21st. Saturday, the 19th, the Truro Model Railroad Association in Truro, Nova Scotia had a train show. That's my club. And I thought I'd do a little video to show you what haul I got at my own train show. It's some fun stuff. I didn't necessarily pay cash for everything. I did some swaps, which was a little out of character for me, but I came up with a few things that I could live without to trade for something that I wanted. Anyway, hope you enjoy, and I'll swing this around and we'll get started. So just to illustrate, these are the bags. There's two old EB game bags that they're not full, but they've got lots of goodies in them. So we'll get started here. Let me just set this up, and hope you enjoy. It's gonna be fun. So, of course, being my own show, I have early bird access to sellers who show up on Friday to set up for the Saturday show. Not everybody shows up on Friday, especially this year was a little bit later because of some scheduling conflicts. But anyway, a couple of the big sellers came, and we helped set them up, and when things started to die down a bit, I started to do my rounds. So the first thing I saw was this. Some of you may know what this is when you see the box. CMXHO. It's used, but it's in good shape. Obviously, it looks old. It's a little bit, oxidized, I guess. It's freaking heavy. I don't ever want to pay full price for these. I know some people have, but I managed to get this for a little less than half of what it retails for. If I believe it's what is it, $225, $250? So I managed to get it for $100 for a track cleaning car. I know it's crazy, but I really wanted one, and just I didn't know it even came with extra pads. Anyway, I got it for $100. So that's what the first purchase was on a Friday. And of course, after that, you walk around, and some of the vendors have gone home for the night or to their hotel or wherever they're from. And I saw a few things, and then I had to rush home, not knowing what the pricing was on certain things, and I came up with a trade. So I ended up bringing in a handful of locomotives, a little more than a handful of locomotives, 2 Rapido DCC and sound, 1 unpowered, no sound, and 2 Intermountain DCC only, and then 2 brass locomotives that I've had that I never really intended to keep. Anyway, the first main purchase that I wanted was this. So this is kind of to complete the CNR package that I have of brass locomotives. I have the 6400. Now I have 2 K5As, and now I have the 6060. This was from the seller's own personal collection. So the last he knew it worked, but it was a shelf queen for quite a few years. So we'll pop this on the track, and we'll give her a good test, and hopefully she works. But yeah, this is one of those bucket list locomotives that you want, especially in brass. So yeah, that was the main purpose of the trade. But when I gave the seller the locomotives, he said he owed me some money. So then I was like, well, I have this that I'm interested in as well. So I ended up getting these overton coaches. There's 4 in the pack, plus 1 loose one to finish it. So it's a 5-train set. And after that was said and done, I owed him $20. So I was very, very happy. I really wasn't looking for these, but I thought they were so cool that, and I loved Canadian National green, black, and gold, that I had to do it. Now I'm really looking for the Canadian Pacific maroon colors next. That'll come someday. You know, all things come to those who wait. So that's bag number 1. Pretty cool, huh? That's basically the coolest part of the purchases. But on Saturday, aside from finishing that deal, I went around and I found one of these. Now this is I believe maybe lifelike or something. I'm not sure what. But yeah, it says I paid $4, or it's $4, but I paid less than for it. But it's kind of neat. It's got a reed switch. I didn't notice that. Speaker, and it takes a battery. So yeah, it's a sound car of some sort. So we'll play with that sometime, see how that works. And with that, I bought this. It was just a kit. I just wanted to spend a little more than $4. And this was $7, and I think I got both of them for $10. So it was a kit to put together. It's gonna be fun. Kind of goes with the pickle cars that I do have. So then went to a friend's table. He was selling some of his stuff, and he had one of these Prairie Shadows Modern Railway. Now the only reason I bought this, it's modern, but it's where I work, Trenton Works Hopper. So this is for the train that I'm going to put together and keep in my office to commemorate the place where I'm working at now. They renamed it from Trenton Works to Trenton Woodworks because I design wood products, and it no longer does rail cars. So it's not Trenton Works, it's Trenton Woodworks. So anyway, that'll be cool. It's kind of almost in the order in which I bought, but this was kind of I bought something before this one, so let's do that first. Then I went to another friend's table, and I know this is a little older, being a Lock Sound Select. I believe it's version 4, but it's the N scale version, so good for switchers or small locomotives or something like that. So fair price. Then I had, as I said, 2 other brass locomotives, and that I knew I was never going to use or whatever. So I wanted to see what he would trade for the 2 brass locomotives, and I got this. This is what I wanted, a Kato. It's new for what I normally collect, being an AC 4400. Anyway, the 2 brass locomotives were at low end of the scale, and I gave him those 2 plus $50, and I got this. Now, I would normally not even be interested in the GE AC 4400, but it's because it had the Digitrax logo on it. Sound effects from Digitrax Sound, controlled by Digitrax, powered by Kato. I thought, that's cool. So I bought it and traded for it mainly. So we'll give that a test too and see how that works. So yeah, more modern tractive power than I'm normally used to. So we're just about there, just about done. So then I went back and I was like, oh, I better get another one. So this time I got a Locksound version 4 DCC sound decoder. So that just kind of adds to the stock. Then I kind of went around and I thought I'd look at some of the old rolling stock. So I found a center depressed flat car and a real stubby center depressed flat car. So I was kind of hoping I might throw like an 040 and tie it down on one of these and kind of use it for transportation for an 040 that I'll never, DCC equip. Then, I've been looking for one of these for a few years. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's one of those high cube 40-foot Athearn boxcars. And the only reason I want it is for the shell. I have a chassis with 2 motors popping through with drive shafts and cleaning pads on the bottom, and it's DCC equipped. And you need a high cube shell to cover them. So that's what I got this for. And then the last little wheel and deal thing I did do, another friend of mine, I kind of been holding off on doing some decoder installs because I got so many backed up. He wanted his locomotive back, and he gave me 2 more to install decoders on. And this was his decoder, or his locomotive, I'm sorry. And I told him I liked it. He wanted to sell it. And then he was thinking, well, how much would it go for? I was like, I don't know, $150 or something like that. So he's like, well, why don't you keep the locomotive and just buy me a decoder and we'll call it even. So I thought that was pretty cool. So here it is here. It's a 260. Now I'm not entirely sure what locomotive it is or what its designation is. I have to glue that back on. But anyway, I ended up with a brass locomotive that I thought was really cool, and I believe he painted it. So yeah. So that's a neat one right there. So ended up with 2 brass locomotives and lots of other goodies. So that was the haul, and I'll finish this video up with some run-bys. So I'll see you at the test track. We got some wheel slip. Look at that. Some real wheel slip on a brass locomotive. That's funny. I think we'll take the CMX off for now. We're going to have to come up with a better car or train to pull. Isn't that awesome? Look at that locomotive. I got a little repair right there to do. Nothing serious. Very awesome. Let's do some rounds. She's running like a top. Oh, just dirty wheels or dirty track, I guess. There we go. Look at that. Let's crank her up. Yeah, definitely dirty wheels. I guess I gotta clean the track. Oh, come on. Let's throw a couple of these on, see if that helps. Yeah, of course. Split second. There we go. Action. So there she be, the beautiful 6060 bullet nose. Oh. Nice. Very nice. So this car here was produced in the place that I work at now. Uh, Back then, when they made rail cars on the site that I work at, so it's pretty cool. This will be going into my office tomorrow, actually. So it's very cool. This Kato locomotive is pretty impressive, even with a Digitrax sound. But I'll get the end of the box for that boxcar to illustrate what Trenton Works. So Prairie Shadows, Model Railway Co. Trenton Works, 5250 hopper, HO scale. So yeah, this will be going on display in my office tomorrow. Okay, so I am going to, we back these up. And that'll be that. All right, let's pull this into view. Oh, that motor needs to be replaced. This growly motor. All right, let's get a good shot. This was the locomotive that we're gonna do on a trade. I'm going to install some decoders and supply a decoder for the value of this brass locomotive. 260 mogul with an oil tender. It is painted 1354, which is pretty cool. And that, I'm not sure what make the brass is. I'm not sure if it's a K2 locomotive. I'm just not sure. Oh wait, now there is a number on. I'm not sure if I can read that. Anyway, we'll hook it up to some coaches, and we'll have it growl around the layout. I may mute it as it's running. We'll see. It runs better backwards. Anyway, let's see what she looks like with the Overton coaches. Oh, where are we going here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Looks like we stripped the gear. Well, that's not cool. I think we toasted the motor. Anyway, I knew I'd have to do that anyway, but there's the locomotive, and there is the Overton set that will go with it. Now I may be able to salvage that motor. It might be just a little overheated. Needs probably a good clean and lube. But I'm gonna... Oh, it's Andy, this is for you. It's designated an E7A. Well, that's cool. I guess maybe that's more for me than you, but yeah, an E7A. Take a E7A. Is what it's designated as. And I think I may have cooked the motor. So I was going to replace the motor anyway with something a lot better, like a 5-pole instead of the open frame. And then yeah, my Canadian National Overton set. Observation, coach, express, baggage express, or mail express, I'm not sure, it just says express, and then the baggage. Very cool. Well, it's not a great ending to my videos with a dead motor or a dying motor. Needless to say, I'll catch you on the flip side, and like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.